This year, Apple is anticipated to discontinue the iPhone Plus handset in its iPhone 17 lineup to make way for an iPhone Air, so-called because of its small design. Here is a compilation of every rumor and leak we have received from trustworthy sources thus far about Apple's forthcoming entry in its flagship smartphone range. There has been some doubt about Apple's strategy for the new smaller iPhone model and its position in the range. YouTuber John Prosser was first to speculate that the smartphone may be positioned as an iPhone Air. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has since come out in agreement on the name, which Apple might utilize to increase sales. Replacing the iPhone Plus, which, like the mini devices before it, has not sold well, the iPhone 17 Air will mark a new approach in Apple's iPhone lineup, offering a handset with a much thinner design that falls between the iPhone 17 and iPhone 17 Pro. Gurman believes that the design of the iPhone 17 Air will just be a step towards something better, since Apple will eventually want to squeeze the power of a Pro model into this smaller design. However, he does not expect this to occur before 2027 at the earliest. According to the information, Apple's all-new iPhone 17 model would have a significantly thinner design with an aluminum chassis, rather than a titanium casing like Apple's Pro versions. There have been mixed rumors on precisely how thin Apple will be able to make it. Rumors have fluctuated around 6mm, yet in a recent report, respected Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo indicated that he expected the iPhone to measure in at roughly 5.5mm at its thinnest point. At 5.5mm, the iPhone 17 Air would be the thinnest iPhone to date, thinner than the 6.9mm iPhone 6 that came out in 2014. 5.5mm would be around 30% thinner than the iPhone 16, which measures in at 7.8mm thick, and 33% thinner than the iPhone 16 Pro versions, which are 8.25mm thick. The devices claim to contain only a single speaker in the earpiece, as there is supposedly not enough place for a second speaker on the bottom edge. The information also claims that the device would include a thinner dynamic island, though this exact claim has since been challenged. Internally codenamed D23, the device's revamp has been regarded as a substantial one equivalent to the iPhone X. The initial specifics concerning the size of the device's display arrived courtesy of Haitong International Securities analyst Jeff Pu, who suggested it will measure 6.6 inches. Apple expert Ming-Chi Kuo has since validated Pu's story. However, according to display supply chain consultants analyst Ross Young, it would sport a 6.55-inch display. For comparison, the iPhone 16 Plus has a 6.7-inch display. Apple is still rumored to be testing several designs for the smaller phone, so the display size could potentially change between now and the device's launch. Apple wants to introduce ProMotion to the full lineup in 2025, including the iPhone 17 Air, allowing all iPhone 17 models to ramp up to a 120Hz refresh rate for smoother scrolling and video content as necessary. Previously, only Pro versions in Apple's iPhone series have supported ProMotion. Notably, ProMotion would also enable the display on the iPhone 17 Air to ramp down to a more power-efficient refresh rate as low as 1 Hz, allowing for an always-on display that can show the lock screen's clock, widgets, notifications, and wallpaper even while the device is locked. The information stated that the iPhone 17 Air will contain cameras in spots we haven't seen before on an iPhone. According to a May report, the rear cameras could be shifted to the top center of the gadget. Some Android phones like Google's Pixel 9 Pro feature back cameras in a top center position or in a runway-style horizontal bar, while Apple's iPhone camera system has occupied the top left corner ever since the 2007 model. Adding to the suspense, Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has suggested that the smartphone will have only one camera as opposed to 2 or 3. All iPhone 17 models will include an anti-reflective display that is more scratch-resistant than Apple's ceramic shield seen on iPhone 15 models, according to Chinese Weibo leaker Instant Digital. The exterior glass on the iPhone 17 series is believed to have a super-hard anti-reflective layer that is more scratch-resistant. It's not clear whether Apple is aiming to adopt the Gorilla Glass armor that Samsung employs in its Galaxy S24 Ultra, but the description of Corning's latest technology matches the claim. According to Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, the entire iPhone 17 lineup will include a 24-megapixel front-facing camera with a 6-element lens. The iPhone 14 and 15 feature a 12-megapixel front-facing camera with 5 polycarbonate lens components, and the iPhone 16 range features the same technology. The enhanced resolution on the iPhone 17 will help images to maintain their quality even when cropped or zoomed in, while the larger number of pixels will capture finer details. The update to a 6-element lens should also significantly increase image quality. Haitong analyst Jeff Pu thinks the iPhone 17 Air will include 8 gigs of RAM compared to 6 gigs of RAM on the iPhone 15 Plus. It's worth noting that all iPhone 16 versions are loaded with 8 gigs of RAM, a hardware requirement of on-device Apple Intelligence, so it's nearly a given that the compact gadget will follow suit. According to the information and Haitong international analyst Jeff Pu, the gadget will be outfitted with Apple's A19 processor, which is believed to be based on an optimized version of TSMC 3 nanometer process, potentially N3P or N3X. In comparison, the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max are rumored to contain an A19 Pro chip. Compared to earlier versions of 3M chips, the N3P chips offer increased performance efficiency and increased transistor density. The compact gadget may also be one of the first iPhones to feature an Apple-made 5G modem, second only to the incoming iPhone SE 4. Apple's new modem could bring benefits, such as higher speed, better energy efficiency. According to Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, at least one iPhone 17 model will be outfitted with an Apple-designed Wi-Fi 7 chip, and Kuo also expects Apple's 5G modem to be used in the anticipated ultra-thin iPhone 17 model. The compact smartphone would lack a physical SATA card slot and instead rely exclusively on digital eSIM technology, according to Ming-Chi Kuo. In the US, all iPhone 14, iPhone 15, and iPhone 16 models lack a physical SIM card tray already, although all iPhones sold in other countries still have one for now. The lack of a SIM card slot in all incoming iPhone 17 versions worldwide has been previously rumored, but it is not clear how the handsets will be sold in the Chinese market, where the usage of eSIM in smartphones is not now approved. The information said that the thinner iPhone 17 could have a higher price tag than the Pro Max model, which presently starts at $1,199, despite hints that it will not be as feature-rich as Apple's top-tier Max. However, Haitong international analyst Jeff Pu believes the smartphone will be a mid-tier iPhone that replaces the Plus model. Additionally, a report out of China has stated that the ultra-thin iPhone 17's price will be identical to that of the iPhone 16 Plus, which starts at $899 in the United States. Additionally, the camera layout might get a big change. A horizontal camera island is rumored to replace the current triangular design. This new layout could optimize sensor placement, particularly for applications like spatial video, which debuted with the iPhone 15 Pro. Such a design could also boost augmented reality and immersive video experiences. However, contradicting rumors say Apple may keep the triangular form, leaving room for conjecture regarding the ultimate configuration. Apple appears to be considering a fresh design direction for the iPhone 17 series. A dual-tone back design, combining metal and glass, is apparently in development. This strategy could boost the device's luxury feel while maintaining its longevity. The combination of contrasting materials may potentially produce a visually distinctive look that sets the iPhone 17 apart from its predecessors. Another exciting speculation is the launch of a smaller model, maybe called the iPhone 17 Air. This variation is expected to contain a single camera module, catering to those who prefer a minimalist look without losing vital functionality. By refining materials and introducing innovative layouts, Apple attempts to find a balance between aesthetics and functionality, creating gadgets that are both physically appealing and extremely functional. The iPhone 17 series is likely to standardize 120 Hz ProMotion displays across all models. Currently unique to Pro models, this high refresh rate technology enables smoother scrolling, more responsive touch input, and better visuals for activities like gaming and video viewing. By extending this capability to non-Pro devices, Apple may greatly improve the user experience throughout its whole portfolio. This shift would minimize the gap between standard and Pro models, making advanced display technology more accessible to a wider audience. For users, this means experiencing a more immersive and smooth interface, regardless of the model they choose. Thermal management is another area where the iPhone 17 series might see major improvements. Leaks claim that all models will employ a vapor chamber cooling system, a feature traditionally reserved for high-performance gadgets. This technology is designed to boost heat dissipation, making sure consistent performance during demanding tasks such as gaming, video editing, or continuous use of resource-intensive programs. For users, increased thermal efficiency leads to a more reliable gadget that retains peak performance under duress. Additionally, superior heat management contributes to the phone's longevity, lowering the chance of overheating and making sure that the device remains functioning over time. This sensible update could appeal to both casual users and power users alike. The expected changes to the iPhone 17 series reflect Apple's focus on delivering a balance of refinement and innovation. By offering smaller yet more advanced camera sensors, adopting new design features, and boosting display and thermal technologies, Apple is addressing both aesthetic and functional aspects of its flagship products. For you, these changes could mean increased choice and value. Whether your priorities lie in new camera features, elegant and robust construction, or high-performance screens, the iPhone 17 selection is shaping up to offer a model that corresponds with your needs. As additional details emerge, it will be fascinating to see how these advancements influence the future of Apple's smartphone offerings. So, that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.